e-Emphasys' ability to produce valid data reports so far exceeds our previous business system that it's been a real addition to our company. A lot of our decisions in those days were made just on some gut instinct. Those decisions are still gut instinct, but we have the support for them and proof that we're making the right decision with the e-Emphasys.
And whether I pull up my iPad, whether I pull up my iPhone, I can get the same data. I can find out, what a branch today is doing in terms of rentals. I can find out which salesmen have which orders coming in, what our time of our work orders, what the average time of our work orders is taking. So all of that information's on your fingertips.
Business intelligence, from where it was at to where we're at now, is leaps and bounds improvement. The ability that we can interact with the report, drive the report with the criteria and data points that we're looking for, and to measure the elements that we previously did not have access to. The business intelligence as a platform has just been phenomenal. The improvement that it's put onto our company with understanding what we're seeing. Data in is now giving us good results out.
The e-Emphasys product has allowed us to get much more specific and granular data incredibly quick and fast, where we never had that before. So not only at a management executive level are we able to kind of get a good vision of where we are, we're able to break that down to core people in our group like parts managers, salespeople, service managers, and they're able to kind of see how they're performing. So the fact that we can get this the sophistication and the data down to these people is helping us make decisions every single day. It's helping us also to kind of build a culture of how do we get better, here's where we're at, here's our score, and how do we improve.
The quality and the quality, frequency, and timeliness of the information that comes out of the system is pretty darn impressive.
What's more important is the data behind the scenes that's driving those reports. That data needs to be well managed by the ERP. It needs to be consistent, timely, and accurate. And that's something that we've experienced with the e-Emphasys and our team's quite excited about.
On the e-Emphasys, the transparency of the system and it being a robust, real database is really helping with our business intelligence and our reporting. It's light years ahead of where we came from.
Has given us data that allows us to be proactive instead of reactive.
One of the first things I do when I wake up in the morning is look at my phone and see what we billed the previous day. I can look at KPIs for different locations. I can use the system to see reports. We're much more paperless. Everything flows through the system and is integrated into the system.
I think when we started our relationship with the e-Emphasys, we realized that our technology that we currently had not kept up with the complexity and sophistication of where the industry had gone. And so bringing e-Emphasys in, number one, got us caught up to where we were supposed to be. But more than anything, when we sat down and talked to these guys, we realized that they were evolving with the industry. They were evolving with our business. And that was important because with as much changes that we've seen in the last 5 or 10 years, we know that's not going to end. And we needed a partner that will continue to develop new products to help support where our business goes in the future. We obviously realized that where we were at, we needed to have a platform that we could grow from. But when we met with the e-Emphasys, it was amazing that from our parts department to our service department to our IT department and to our finance department, everyone agreed that they had things figured out really well. And I would add rental in that too.
The ability for us to have a remote system that's consistently stable, consistently fast. We don't have any of the 3 p.m. slowdowns like we potentially used to. So the infrastructure behind the e-Emphasys has been phenomenal.
We're in a spot where with all the great things that we've got in our system, we still have additional features and functions from the e-Emphasys that we can incorporate into the daily business, and we're still going to get additional value and payback.
We were really looking for something that was written on a modern programming language. e-Emphasys is written on a platform where I think they have more than 200 developers that are constantly working on it. And we receive weekly bulletins of updates that they have for the system, and we can pick and choose what we want to add to the system. Just the constant advancement of technology is what we were really looking for.
IT plays a huge part in our industry today. Margins are squeezed in every profit center we have, and so IT is one of the main sources to be more efficient, more productive, more profitable.
Customers have come to expect everything immediately, and technology is the only way we will be able to provide things as fast as the customer's expectations.
What attracted us to the e-Emphasys product was the fact that it was a cutting-edge product. We know that we're coming into an era of greater needs as far as technology is concerned, so we're talking about artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and many other things that are coming down the pipe for companies like ours. And we felt that this was the company for us to be able to take us into the future and be able to advance the way we want to and provide the customers with the service that we want to do.
We really feel like they're a long-term partner to the company.
One of the things that's probably impacted our business more than anything, at least from a revenue and a financial results standpoint, is just leveraging the system and their pricing models. Just controlling pricing in a more automated way and preventing or monitoring discounts. We've improved margins by 5 points. It's allowed us to standardize all of our business processes and really just get data into the system and then act on that data. We've been able to automate a few things along the way in our first year, such as warranty submissions, guaranteed maintenance plans, and then centralize a few functions. So gain some synergies and efficiencies on that front.
One of the areas that we experienced immediate savings was in kind of the back office, the accounting and finance area.
Extend has been a lot easier for us to access all of our financial information than our previous system. Given that we work off of one database, it's been helpful in terms of being able to close out our months much quicker. We believe that the Extend platform will allow for bottom line savings going forward for Alta Equipment Company. We feel like its scalability, given the company's growth profile, will be one such that we can layer on revenue and locations and personnel without adding a ton of investment into the back office.
Using the e-Emphasys ERP system has allowed us to be more efficient in our administration. A good example is utilizing the Avalara sales tax information, which allows us to eliminate 100% of the work we were previously doing on that.
We've had huge growth in the last 5 to 6 years in our industry with what's going on in North Dakota, and with that we've been able to maintain and keep our labor force at a minimal amount by using the software that we have available to us. And using the e-Emphasys product, it's allowed us to be able to do that more easily, more streamlined, know what's hitting what and where everything's going.
And we needed something with a little more data analytic capabilities and a little more process control, and e-Emphasys has definitely stepped up our game in that regard.
I would say the reduction in time with e-Emphasys in generating financials is 70% or greater.
e-Emphasys has supported ASCO's ability to grow by making it extremely easy for us to add employees, add branches. Anything we're adding to the system to grow is very easy for us to do ourselves. e-Emphasys has improved our integration with OEMs significantly. We have integrations with probably 10 manufacturers now where we don't have to enter their data from a book or a file into the ERP anymore. It's imported directly from the OEM.
I'd say in 10 years, is there going to be enough people to fill the jobs? And I don't think there is. And based on the numbers we were looking at, we were thinking we need technology to fill those gaps, and we can already see it happening. And so they brought a lot of best practices to us. There was a lot of knowledge that they brought as well, just from a dealer perspective, which was nice. They weren't just a software team. They weren't just, here's our software, plug it in and let's go. They understood how a dealer worked, and that made us a lot more comfortable too. So it made the transition a lot easier.
e-Emphasys is going to help us considerably with our growth plans. I think the technology platform that we've acquired is not only future-proof, but it's leading edge. I think the industry is ready for this, similar to the sort of the car industry, where customers are now demanding real-time information. The benefits you get from day one are realised almost instantly. So, you know, the best practice that they've had from the hundreds of dealers that they represent around the globe, we're already seeing the benefit of that.
One of the things that was really important in choosing a vendor was that it be scalable, that we not find ourselves having outgrown it again in 10 more years.
We were looking for a vendor that had a broad product offering. So we knew after implementing the initial ERP, we needed to look at tools like a CRM, a customer portal, service scheduling, mobile field service solutions. The most important thing, the vendor needed to understand our business very clearly. As we evaluated potential vendors, that's where e-Emphasys stood well and above all the other competitors.
We have seen a trend towards less administrative requirements to manage our people.
It's allowed us to grow our profitability at 3 times the rate of the sales growth.
Being able to call one of my parts managers and look at a high-level overview of different things, whether it be margin issues, and then being able to drill down to specific orders where I see where we could have increased margin or where we fell short on providing the customer with the appropriate pricing has been huge for us. Another one is the planning tool. It's been a huge game changer for us, not only with helping us with what to order, but being able to utilize our other locations' inventories. This helps us maximize our inventory, frees up dollars, and helps get parts to our customers a little bit quicker as well.
e-Emphasys has allowed us to increase our revenue, but ultimately it's allowed us to improve our service delivery. We can now analyse our parts and distribution at the click of a button.
With e-Emphasys, we've been able to use the central warehousing module and the inventory planning. And with the inventory planning, we'll be able to recognize parts that have a higher turn ratio and then create stock orders based on this, and therefore increased our discounts with our suppliers.
One of the big areas of improvement has been tracking our KPIs and especially our utilization of rental fleet.
I utilize ERP and the BI reporting tools to better manage not only inventory, rental utilization. It keeps you more in tune to what's going on, has automated reporting, so it's easy to know what's going on at just a glance. The integration with CRM and the two working together, it saves our sales coordinator about 5 to 10 minutes per invoice compared to the way we used to do it.
Our customers seem to appreciate the system change. There's less wait time for them. We don't have to put somebody on hold and do callbacks. We can answer 99% of their questions. There's no longer a delay in seeing if a truck is on rent, going on rent, in service, or returned. It updates instantly, which again allows us to quickly turn our fleet around and use it for the next customer that's requesting it.
Our customer satisfaction with e-Emphasys has definitely increased as we're able to get information. We're able to real-time look at inventories and get answers to our customers when they're sitting right in front of us.
On our choices for software, e-Emphasys stood out as best analytics.
It has definitely helped our days to close from time of completion to time of invoice. So I mean, it's been really big. We've cut the time in half. We're at about 5 to 7 days now, where previously we were probably somewhere close to 14 days.
You know, they have made it easier to invoice. It's faster to invoice. Instead of waiting 2 to 3 days to do an invoice, we can do real-time invoicing. We can do it within 5 minutes of the tech completing the job. The older generation of techs that everybody would think that would have a harder time accepting this, they've been probably the ones that have accepted it faster. They really enjoy, like I said, the ability to do that, to just type it in or speak it in. The speak to text is one of the key things that they really enjoy.
Compared to where we were at before, there's absolutely no comparison to what we were operating. And yeah, it's so many time-saving things, especially for me when I do things like service contracts. I mean, monthly service contracts used to take me a half a day. They now take me 30 seconds each, you know, so yeah, it's unbelievable how much time saving there is in a lot of this thing. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend it to anybody.
the service engineer gets allocated a job, they know where they got to go, the data's there for them, they take pictures of the work being done, and it's signed off there and then, and following that it goes back into the main system and we can invoice it instantly.
We will increase productivity of our engineers, it will speed up our invoicing, it will speed up our claiming with the manufacturers, and this is all critical when you're trying to control the costs of a service centre.
I'm able to look at labor efficiency on a real-time basis. I can bring up our effective rates based on any time frame that I'd like to look at. The analytics and the reporting that we can, and data that we can extract out of Extend is amazing. To have that reporting and those metrics, that data at your fingertips, it's key to running a business.
One of the KPIs that we've historically tracked is how long it takes for us to get from the completion of a work order to actually invoicing the work order. And we've been able to cut that in half in the time that we've been on e-Emphasys.
On the day-to-day basis, keeping that work in process under 60 days, really even under 30 days, has probably improved by 75%. I would say our revenue, particularly in service, has increased 30% this year. One of the areas that has helped us tremendously is the e-service tech. Being able to batch that labor, get that labor on the document, and manage it day by day without paper has improved that process greatly.
The ROI on e-Emphasys in a service standpoint has been almost immeasurable to say we're saving X amount of dollars, because every time you turn around, it's like you're able to knock some more time off something else and save even more. It's a constantly changing number to the good of general equipment. Pre-e-Emphasys, our technicians' efficiency with paperwork and processing was extremely slow. Our technicians were spending hours and hours working on their paperwork every day. Post e-Emphasys, they're spending approximately 15 minutes to 30 minutes a day getting all their stories in, all their paperwork done, cutting all those hours out of their time every day. It's easily exceeded 100% efficiency in that area of their job. To go from 2-3 hours a day doing paperwork to 15 to 30 minutes, it's mind-blowing.
So e-Emphasys has cut our service administration expense by at least 50%.